Well, I did a thing. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Beyond Clucking Club. This is a podcast. Yeah, y'all noticed I did something different. I shaved off the winter beard. Now you can see my double chin, my fatness face, and everything. Um, but yeah, shaved off. It's time. It's get ready to be March. I always grow a beard from September to March. So now I'll do a mustache for a little bit and grow my goatee. It just cycles. But anyway, I did it. I shaved it, so I look different. Probably uglier. So you don't have to watch it. Just listen to it. Something for you to listen to while you work or do whatever you do. Clean the house. Whatever you choose to do. Just have me on in the background. Maybe I can make you chuckle, make you laugh, make you sigh. Like, what a guy. Whatever it may be. But hopefully you get some kind of enjoyment out of this. I appreciate everybody who listens to this podcast of mine. I know this channels don't have very many on, but I appreciate the ones that do listen and all that. I do appreciate each and every one of you. So why don't you tell somebody about me? Maybe your friends or something. I don't know. Anyway, last week we talked about me being lost and being found that I got lucked out and found a police officer's car or house. I got saved. I wasn't lost in the woods or anything like that. So that was a pretty good experience. Today's gonna be another life experience. I think I was around the same age. I guess I was just always in trouble. Oh, I guess I don't know, or I was just bored. Now, I remember my mom and dad leaving me with my uncle for a weekend. I think my grandpa was sick in the hospital, and they went down there to be with him and I still had school, so they kept me at my uncle's house so I can go to school and stuff, and so they left me there for the weekend and beginning of the week. And my uncle's kids, my cousins, were all grown up and having their own lives and friends. They didn't hang around the house or anything. So they went and play with me. I mean, I was young. I was 10 years old. They were 16. They got a life. So I was real bored, and I had some toys, stuff to do at my house, that would keep me occupied. But over my uncle's, didn't really have much. Something that I was interested in anyway. My cousins, there was 3 girls and a boy, and they all liked perfume. I didn't want to play with perfume or makeup. My cousin Billy, he was only a male cousin in the house, but he didn't have much either. I don't know if he wore perfume too or not. I don't know. I'm joking. He didn't. But I don't know. There was nothing for me to do, so I was really bored. And this was a Sunday afternoon. And I don't know about you. Sundays for me, if you go to church, I do. Sunday afternoons, I don't know, it's always been growing up where it was the laziest day of the week. I was more tired on Sunday. I could take a nap easier on Sunday. Sunday just seemed like it just drug along. And I know some people enjoy that because they don't want to go to work Monday, but as a kid, being bored is never a good sign. That's why when I get bored at the house, my dad will find me something to do so I won't be bored. So I always found me something to do. But I'm not in my regular environment at my uncle's. We were in town, so I couldn't go do what I would do to keep myself busy and occupied. And I don't know what caused me to do this. It's so weird. I don't know what caused me to think about doing this. And I, to be fair, I can never explain what goes on in my head. I have made bonehead moves all my life, and this was pretty high up there. And my cousin had her car there. She wasn't home, but her car was there, and I was bored. I found me a Sharpie. Well, I call it a magic marker. I don't know why they call it magic marker, because it's not magic. It's just permanent. So I don't know. I don't know. But I found a Sharpie. Don't know what caused me to do this, so I sat down in my cousin's car, sat down by the license plate, and I started filling in the white from the letters. And the letters were black, okay? And the license plate at that time was white. Don't know why I do this kind of stuff, but I did it. I started coloring in the white on her license plate, both sides. She had license plates in the back and in the front, so I sat there and colored. My uncle and my aunt wasn't even paying attention to me. They were doing their thing. So I went in there and just started coloring the white. Made that whole license plate black. Did I stop there? No. I ended up going to a neighbor's house. And it was not a neighbor. It was friends of them. I knew them. I knew they hung out with Billy and them. And I was so bored. I don't know why I chose to do. I don't know why I did this. I took a magic marker and started drawing on their house. On the side of their house, I started just drawing. Oh man, it was horrible. I started drawing circles, smiley faces. Whatever. I thought I was doing them a favor, making the house prettier. I don't know. Maybe I was trying to find the inner artist in me. So I kept drawing on the house. My uncle drove by, stopped. He got out of the car, and I could see his face redder than a firecracker. And I've seen that face before. That came from my dad. I'm like, oh no. And he goes, what are you doing? I said, I don't know. That's what I said. I don't know. I remember it clear as day. What are you doing there, Clifford? I don't know. It was a horrible time from there on out. Of course, he made me tell the person who lived there what happened. I'm in so much trouble. I'm not going to get in trouble just by my uncle. When my dad gets home, that's going to be a trouble. And yeah, it's not going to be fun in my life for the next couple of days. Maybe I'd apologize. I mean, I don't know. Sorry, I don't feed the bulldogs sometime. I mean, the damage is done. And luckily, it wasn't wood. It was a vinyl stuff, so all I needed was soap and water. But my uncle made me get soap, water in a bucket, and a rag, go up there and wipe it off. And I did. It took me a little bit because it did stain a little bit. I sat there and rubbed it off. And my uncle was there to watch me. He didn't help me. He watched me. Make sure I got it done. So I sat there for a good afternoon wiping them markers off. I'm like, my uncle asked me, what caused you to do this? I said, I don't know. I don't know. I'm being serious. I do not know why I did this. I'm like, I don't know. I really think I was, now I'm just bored and wanted something to do. I figured that's something to do. I don't know. So I went. I got the house cleaned up. Started going back to Uncle's house. He was still mad. He was, being "Oh, Clifford, you shouldn't be going to people's houses and working on their houses like that. That's just wrong." And I know. And I apologized to him. I apologized to the owner of the house. And I go, "Well, Bill, I'm not done." His name is Bill, by the way. And he goes, "What do you mean? What other house did you do?" "I didn't do a house. I did a car." "What?" And I told him, I said, "Well, my cousin's, my cousin's car, I colored in the license plate." He goes, "You did it to the car too?" Yeah. And I had to do the same thing. I had to sit there and wipe them license plates. Those were a little bit harder to clean because for some reason the metal and the black, it stayed there. I think they ended up having to get new license plates for the car. News say Bill, my Uncle Bill, he wasn't really happy with me at that time, and I can understand it. I totally get it. You got a nephew that caused damage, and you wanted an easy Sunday afternoon. It turned out to be not so busy. It's just been hateful. Well, not hateful, but vandalism. I can't believe I've vandalized stuff. That's so wrong of me. But needless to say, that day went and gone. And did I do it again? Nope. And do you ever do things then afterwards you're like, "That was stupid. Why would you do that?" That was a question I was asking myself. Like, man, that was stupid. Why did you do that? What was I thinking? I couldn't answer. I cannot answer that question for the life of me. I still, to this day, well, like I said, one thing I could put it up against was I was bored. But I'm like, good grief, what did I do? Why did I do that? So all you guys out there who think that I'm a good guy, that I never got in trouble, well, hate to tell you, I got in trouble. Of course, my aunts and uncles, they sat there at the kitchen table and they lectured me, and I deserved it. And I knew I'd just keep my mouth shut and let them lecture me because I really couldn't rebuttal, or I didn't have anything to say back to them, but because I didn't know the answer. I did not know why I did it. I apologize to them too. I'm sorry. My uncle, he was a little, he was understanding, but he was also upset at me, which rightfully so. I made the mistake. I did the crime, and I had to do the time now, and I felt bad. I told my uncle, I said, "Man, I'm sorry. I don't know why I did it. I won't do it again because I know it's wrong, and I don't know why I did it in the first place." And he understood. He said, "Well, we'll just chalk it up as a lesson." He was big on teaching lessons. My dad was too. That, if I do something wrong, I'll have to pay the consequences, and that's what I did. I marked on the house and the car, and I had to clean it up and apologize. I even had to apologize to my cousin that I did to her car, and so I learned my lesson not to do that again. But I've done stuff in life that I don't remember, know why I did it, and well, that was one of them. So if you guys ever done anything that you weren't proud of, that why did I do that moment? I've had quite a few in my life, and let's just say I don't want to do it again. Guys, this is going to be it today. Hope you enjoyed today's podcast. If you do, please hit that like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you've done any bonehead moves or that you weren't proud of. Subscribe. Tell somebody else. Share this. But Be somebody's light in somebody's darkest cloud. Somebody could be having a bad day, and a hello from you could bring their day up, make them happy, make them have a good day. Do unto others that you want to be done. Do not mark on people's houses, because they don't like that, or cars. So, yeah, I wouldn't want nobody to do that to mine, so I don't know why I did it theirs, but life lesson learned. That's what I'm saying. Do unto others that you want done to yourself. Be nice to somebody. The chances are they'll be nice back, no matter what the differences you guys may have. I don't know, guys. Until the next one, be safe. Have a good one.